you're not quite seeing how all the different parts of your life, all the experiences, letdowns, the successes, the achievements, and the heartbreak are all part of your becoming, all part of what brought you to today. Wow, lots of swirls in the smoke today. The swirling energy, this coming around, the cycles, the circles. I always said that, life is all about cycles and circles, and things kind of loop their way back to you until you've seen what it's time to see. So perhaps we've been called to attention under this last full moon, something we needed to see about ourselves or others, especially around our responses and how our nervous system responds amidst conflict and power struggles. So, yeah, struggles with our own mind, emotions, self-acceptance. Yeah, and accepting the peaks and the valleys, accepting that there is treasure in both. 133 on the timer. Beginning to step into that body-mind connection once again. Perhaps we've been feeling disconnected. Perhaps we've come to understand or believe that, the veil is only thin there in this time of year, when probably many of you have been on the middle path of exploring upper realms and the inner realms, the lower realms, you could say, of human emotions and pattern. You'll have discovered that there is treasure in both. So what do we need to know, see, and hear from the Divine Feminine Oracle? Calling in angel spirits and guides, ascended masters, ancestors. We have Archangel Metatron with us, the goddess of Troy. So it came through. I'm not exactly sure. I need to check out the different goddesses of Troy, because I'm not totally familiar there. Also Prince, a lot of synchronicities with Prince. Maybe listening to or hear people talking about Prince's music as we're in this sort of revolutionary time, even very akin to what was going on in the 70s. And like so, it's very fashionable to find ourselves dressing like the old days. You're 3:36 on the timer, dressing in the old robes. It's time to wear your robe of strength with Sekhmet, to establish boundaries, especially with yourself and with others. And we may have seen recently how something we reacted to caused a ripple of someone to be perhaps someone was unpleasant with us, we reacted, and they continued to be more unpleasant. All we can do is recognize our reactions and fuel our inner strength by honoring our anger and giving voice to it in a healthy way. Sekhmet. Also, we may have been called to speak up for ourselves. 432 on the timer. To speak up for ourselves in a healthy way without getting angry or throwing out character assassinations or because you are a warrior of light, Joan of Arc. I like how that instantly focused on the card. So, quick focus. Illumination here, the full moon. Illuminating the crown and the stellar gateway. Access to the higher realms, that light over the head and the halo. Light flares, significance, coat of arms. Of course, she has the sword. Steel like faith. Faith in yourself, your abilities to handle any and all situations. Especially when you learn to regulate your nervous system. I'm gonna try to put together some meditations with breath work that will regulate 555 on the timer, change your body chemistry through breathing, breath work. Yeah, and the angels armor you with conviction. With holy conviction from a higher perspective. You know, there's toxic convictions that come from things we've just been telling ourselves. I have steel-like faith in myself. Surrendering to the road of faith. Dakini, the enlightened feminine. Enlightening the feminine within. Your feminine qualities are coming online. Feeling, I guess maybe I was called to put on the sash, the scarf here. My gut instinct is wise beyond reason. I trust my intuition to guide me. Perhaps we even, we're able to open up our intuition a little more under this full moon energy, utilizing that pull of the moon on our intuition to open up, to feel it, to creating a ball of light here. She's got her staff, very magician, high priestess, Dakini, and the enlightened feminine. Yeah, the high priestess, one who's able to work with the cosmos, to work with the creative forces of nature. Your instinct, that sacral chakra. And just like Joan of Arc, she carries a strong staff, a exclamation of what you stand for. What do I stand for? What do I stand for? Most nights I don't know anymore. Oh. Lakshmi, the goddess of abundance. I choose to feel abundant. I choose to feel abundant. And wealth is an inside job. Like, inside job of robbing a bank, it sure as heck be a lot easier probably than an outside job. Not encouraging you to go rob a bank, but wealth is an inside job. It's requires the work of loving ourselves, of having steel-like faith in ourselves, Joan of Arc. Conviction, yeah, look at the conviction in her face. Determination. Light warrior, raising your flag, standing up for what you believe in. Angels army you with conviction. Akilanda, the goddess of never not broken. Everything happens for my liberation, and I choose to become only more love. So, goddess of abundance, Lakshmi, and Akilanda, goddess of never not broken. The center of the reading. Never not broken. You're never broken, as you were never supposed to be whole. Because you're always growing and expanding and burning to the ashes and rising again like the phoenix. I choose to become only more love. Everything happens for my liberation. Even the cracks in the pot. The illumination of the spirit here. I'm gonna cover up her stuffs. Look at the liberation in her face, the freedom. Veneration of the holy fire. Activating your crown, activating your third eye. As you choose to become more love, to see through the eyes of love. To honor yourself, to trust yourself. To have faith in yourself and the divine. The Shakinah, the holy Shakinah, the presence of the divine feminine. The Shakinah is rising in you. Kundalini energies. You may have felt like a bit of a spitfire seeing that energy around us. People perhaps talking, horny, being sexual, or just being overt, loud. At the center of anything, there is light. And I am that light. That is that divine feminine fire, holy fire at the center of you, center of creation, of everything. The center of everything, there is light, the Shakinah, fire, divine feminine. Seeing the light wings, the solar disk. Solar energies may be really important to us at this time. Egyptian, Indian here, European, Shakinah. Yeah, that divine. She's got the makeup on. I got my red lips on tonight. Kind of sultry. Kind of attractive, magnetic. Free. Confident. Assured. The Lady of Guadalupe. Express. The Empress of pure protection. I am safe and divinely protected. I am held in love at all times. So we got some Spanish saints coming out here. Our Lady of Guadalupe. Empress of protection. You're armored with conviction. You're safe and divinely protected. It's a reminder that you're always protected. You're never alone. The divine feminine here, 1333, is walking humanity, light workers especially, the warriors of light, are guarded and protected by the divine feminine frequency, by the divine feminine fire, by the order of the rose. Ooh. Queen Esther, the morning star. The morning star. My ego is in service of my soul, and I trust my soul's divine timing. Yeah, going through an ego death, soul integration recently. Perhaps around lust and love, secrets, devotion, convictions. As it goes with Scorpio season, secretive, sexual, powerful, abundant. The morning star. You're rising like the morning star. The first thing people see. Let it be your soul. Trust that your soul's divine timing, breaking out of matrix loops, breaking out of karmic time loops. Perhaps we've been noticing the slipping of time lately. As we try to fight the flow, it feels heavy and slow. And yet, the day still goes and goes. Khadija, the mother of believers, our last card here. Yes. Assisting you to believe in yourself, to believe you are spiritually and financially abundant. I provide heaven and earth for myself. I provide heaven and earth for myself. Heaven is a place on earth. I am spiritually and financially abundant. We have double abundance lining up here. I choose to feel abundant. Khadija. Khadija? Maybe Khadija. Every single one of these goddesses have this beautiful solar disc, which is also garnished here with some golden necklace. Looks like yantras on it. That's mother of believers. Yeah, believing in yourself, believing in yourself opens, believing in the flow of abundance, believing you deserve abundance, believing perhaps changing our convictions around money, allowing our ego to be in service of our soul. How can we speak to our ego in a way about finances and abundance and faith, convictions in a healthy way? Moving the needle towards the light. From the Dragon Oracle card, what do we need to know, see, and hear? What do we need to know, see, and hear? I'm Anthony, by the way, Aerie Intuitions. If you made it this far without finding out, welcome. Thanks for sticking around. Thank you for the likes, shares, and subscribes. For hyping this video, hype to the hype dragons. Were you feeling hyper today? Give me a hype. Burns out the lower energies around you. Fire dragon. You are safe and protected. Be determined and inspired. Clear your soul pathway. Yeah, it goes with that Kundalini energy. Divine feminine fire. Burning away. I'm seeing like demons in the fire, like getting singed. Burning away the old bodies. Re-inhabited. The old frequencies. The dying ways. Dying days. Dead life. That which we cease to feed no longer grows. Thank you, Fire Dragon. It's coming out under Sekhmet and the Red Lady. You know, as the Egyptians all had this snake on the brow there, representing the presence of the Shakinah in these spiritual centers, the raising of the sacred fluids, the sacred fire that lives in us all. The silver lunar dragon bathes you in divine feminine light to accentuate our profound presence of feminine energy here. We've got the lunar, and we just had a full moon, so even putting it together. Finding the silver linings. I come into balance and practice peace. harmony and cooperation. I expand my causal chakra. This is all these things in that ring of fire here, illuminating the causal chakra. The causal chakra is connected to our purpose, our passion. And as light warriors, light workers, I mean, I don't mean to tell you what to do, but in a general sense, light workers came here to help themselves find peace, harmony, and balance so they could expand that cause to others, to cooperate with spirit and anchor in our ability to work with, the matrix that we got. Even if it's the fallen matrix, how can we work with it? Even if the moon was perhaps corrupted, overrode to draw on our lower energies, why not use that and say, well, thank you. I'm gonna take this vehicle that was made against us and use it into something that works for me. Archangel Gabriel's dragon brings purification. Self-discipline will speed ascension and bring joy. You carry Archangel Gabriel's diamond. And see Archangel Gabriel handing you his cosmic diamond. Hold it to your heart, the center of everything. There's light, Shakinah. That Shakinah presence, the divine white fire. And call on that divine white fire, Archangel Gabriel, to help clear and cleanse your body, your energy, your mind. Ooh. Source Dragon tunes you to the infinite, discovering your infinite potential, finding out that you've known all along exactly just how powerful you are. You are only keeping it from others, keeping it from yourself, because you're afraid at potential, power, the expansion, how this expansion will make others feel. Sign of infinity in 2255. Developing a relationship with you as you embrace the changes and the changes that have come and are coming. Big change to come. Stay grounded and prepare yourselves. Be still. In silence, magic can happen. Be in the moment. The infinite moment. Infinity lives in the moment. Infinity lives in the light. And in the womb of the feminine. Be still. In silence, magic can happen. Just taking some time to just sit in silence, to be without distractions, our phones, our TVs, crowds, people, holiday suggestions. The pink rose dragon prepares your heart to connect with the higher facets of the cosmic heart. Rose quartz here. Kuan Yin with the rose pink dragon prepares your heart to connect to the higher facets of the heart. Now is the time to open your heart to warm-hearted love and diamond light. Connect with the love of the universe. So there's a time to go within. There's a time to connect with the light. As one who has walked the middle path my whole life, I should say, I can tell you the values in both, and yeah, opening up to the love of the universe, unconditional love of the upper heart. This is fifth dimensional understanding. This is ascended frequencies. And as you have the self-discipline to center yourself in your own light, to center yourself in your own energy, to allow yourself to understand that you were never broken and you never needed to be whole. You're always perfect in your incompleteness. You're always becoming. You understand that the magic happens in the moment, and your determination and inspiration, conviction for faith in yourself and faith in abundance for yourself, you deserve it to receive all that you desire and need, require. The universe doesn't always give you what you want, but it'll give you what you need. As long as you're asking, using your voice. Clear your soul pathway. Awaken to your own majesty. The royal blue gold dragon, the Arcturians, Syrians, Larians, Sekhmet dragons. Our arrangement of divine feminine here strengthens you to stand in your power with wisdom. It's that Joan of Arc energy. And Kini, standing with power, with the wisdom, connection to our instinct and our intuition. Alchemy of our ego. Awaken to your majesty and wear your cloak of power with pride. So perhaps we have a little cloak or a sword that can represent this strength, this power. And I'm hearing you can, grab that sword if you have a sword or a knife that's been blessed by spirit, cleansed. Use that and allow yourself to just feel a sense of personal power, not in how you're going to use it at someone, but how can you utilize the image of pretend this is a sword or a wand to anchor in to embody a sense of personal power, of magic. Don't worry about what the other monkeys are doing. Wear your weirdness with pride. Harnesses the divine feminine power of creation. 2828 on the timer. Intention, hold your vision and birth higher consciousness with the Omega dragon. All the feminine energy on the floor. We got the Omega. We got the divine womb, the cosmic egg. We also have this diamond white dragon once again. Archangel Gabriel's dragon and the Omega dragon. Channeling that divine white light. Hold your vision. You are birthing higher consciousness. Consciousness and awareness around abundance, around heaven is a place on earth. The green gold dragon from Sirius. I said the Syrians brings universal knowledge to your spiritual path. Learn about your spiritual technology and be a transmitter of sacred knowledge. The Syrians helping you to learn about your sacred technology, as is the Shakinah presence, the Kundalini energy, your chakra system, your Excalibur. You might even say your cloak is this meat suit, this human body that we wear through this spiritual experience. Yeah, Sirius, the dragon from Sirius, helping to illuminate and activate the keys. They are activating your keys and codes to help Earth ascend, to help humans wake up to more spiritual technologies for healing and cooperation, more cooperative, to be a more cooperative species. The golden orange dragon expands your light for ascension. Be a peaceful warrior and help those in need. Remember your magnificence. Amazing. There's another one about magnificence. Trust your soul's divine timing. I am pure strength. I honor my anger by giving voice to it. Sekhmet. Be a peaceful warrior and help those in need. Remember your magnificence. It is your very cracks and crevices that allow others to feel safe in your presence. People really don't want to unveil their own problems to someone who's, perfect, sitting on a pedestal. This kind of goes with that whole, sitting in confessionals and feeling ready to be judged. I'm judging, I'm juring, I'm executioner too. Woo. A little Metallica song. Oof. End of some mental cycles. Seeing the Ten of Swords. So we've been dealing with some heavy ego. Yeah. Unaliving the bowl. Illumination. Your causal chakra is activated. Will you allow it to shine? Sun, will you remember your vitality, your strength? I am pure strength, the sun. These two cards are like twins here, or two underlying energies here. Solar frequencies, solar deities. Underneath the sun, yeah, we can't get... I shuffled away from the Ten of Swords, but we went back to the Nine of Swords. So we're getting, negativity. So there may be some underlying negativity about our strength. And we may be feeling a bit paranoid, hypervigilant. Our ego can keep us in loops of power struggles. But it's time to let go of those power struggles. Five of Swords or Wands in reverse. And allow the old foundations to crumble. As you stand up for what you believe in, Seven of Wands, and allow your light to shine, to be a beacon for others. As you're making your way towards your throne, your altar, as the High Priestess here with the moon and the Nine of Wands, you've been through a lot, and it's time to invite back in some feminine presence, the Daughter of Pentacles, Inviting in my feminine orange cat here. He definitely holds the feminine energy for my two cats. The Daughter of Pentacles. Your earthly being is coming back into the body, embodying divinity, embodying the rainbow light, the space in between as well, the womb. You're surrounded by a rainbow of light, and in this, see how she's kind of in this womb of swirling white and black energies, that nest. Yeah, and you'll be reaching Two of Wands, a gateway back to the Divine Mother, Divine Feminine coming through, Mother of Cups, being offered a holy grail of Divine Feminine love here in this reading. You are supported, you are protected, you are guided. It's time to believe, to have trust, to know, to have faith, to let go of the past. There's nothing behind this card. She is just letting go of the past, the old, the sawdust. Five of Swords in reverse. Overcoming mental conflict, inner battles, conflict with others. Reaching for belonging, Three of Cups. Understanding that you do belong. You do have a place. You have always belonged in your body, on this planet, in this universe. Mother of Wands, the Shakinah, the raising of the Kundalini. It protects and guides you. It's nourishing your creations, your ideas, your children, if be it. Yeah, lots of sacral and solar plexus chakra. Protecting your personal power as well. The Daughter of Cups reminds us to be gentle, to offer love to others, to be a peaceful warrior and help those in need, to reflect the rainbow of light that's protecting us, to embody it and reflect that to others. Daughter of Cups, swans would be significant for us. Deer, fox, butterflies, Two of Pentacles. So we've been juggling this idea of coming out of cocoon. Should I step out? Should I not? Maybe we've stepped out a bit, then we went back in, and we stepped out, we went back in. And that can be kind of a closed loop. Reminding us, though, too, that nothing is forever except the infinite moment. And everything is a choice. What are you going to choose to water? Seven of Pentacles. Which project, which connections, which earthly manifestations are we going to choose to work with, to be the transmitter of? Ooh, I'm getting like that plant music. You know how plants make music? Being a transmitter of sacred knowledge. Listening to plant music may help you to come back into a embodied understanding of rhythm and flow. Flowing Son of Cups and the Daughter of Cups coming out to here. This is the union of the masculine and the feminine. This masculine is understanding that in silence, magic can happen. He's very still. All these lines are pointed up, reaching for the infinite. raising frequency. Either way, you are moving up, coming into balance, justice, liberation, freedom, freedom of the ego, freedom from the ego, freeing the ego to be of service, freeing it from these cycles of the mind and power struggles. Yeah. Temperance, alchemy, coming back into the whole of you, restoring your divine frequency, this rainbow light. This is also the heaven coming down to earth. So balancing how we take action, Son of Cups, balancing how we take action and alchemizing universal knowledge into our spiritual path here, taking action from our place of wisdom, because you are the magician. Got the high priestess and energies again here. High priestess knows how to work with the forces of nature. Your infinite potential is being illuminated. You're beginning to realize that you have always been creating, you are creating the life that you've been living, and now you get to choose to create willingly. To bring your creations to the light of day. Magician into the sun. You've been looking for the pathway to step back into a place of strength and vitality, and you're at a doorway to choose you. So I hope this found you at a lovely altitude today. Thank you for your likes, shares, and subscribes. Hype. Hype, hype. Your presence brings essence. Your essence brings presence.